Honestly, I can't imagine a life without the arts. I grew up, most of my family are artists. My mom, when I would come home from school and I was little, like my clumsy crayon drawings, they were not put up on the fridge and praised, they were formally critiqued. I've just always known this is what I've wanted to do. It's comfort, it's my home. It's in my blood. I can't see myself doing anything but what I love, and it means everything to me.
Peyton Stewart is a 2012 graduate of the High School of St. Thomas More in Champaign. She started her own jewelry line while still in high school and used the proceeds to establish a school lunch fund at St. Thomas More that has now raised over $16,000. With a comprehensive range of artistic skills, an ability to both dream and execute, and a willingness to look for inventive ways for her art to impact her environment, Peyton continues to strengthen her talents at the School of Art and Design at the University of Illinois.
Welcome back, everyone. And thank you, 40 North, for providing that video that shows just why we love Peyton Stewart.
Mwah.
We love her. For this special part of the show, we thought we'd do something different, take it down a notch, and sit here with you all and practice going over our 7 questions. And poor little Peyton, because she's our youngest speaker, has agreed to be our guinea pig on this one. So we're going to go over 3 of the 7 questions just so we can all get a feel for what it feels like to have someone ask you these questions and discuss them in front of 700 people, right? So, Peyton, dear friend, tell us what makes you feel grateful this evening.
Well, Joe. I feel like I'm on the morning show or something.
You are.
I mean, I have to state the obvious first and say that I'm so thankful for having the opportunity to revel in the divine wisdom of all these women. Like, truly. I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to speak to all of you beautiful people and entertain you, and I'm so happy to be here. I'm thankful for having a full set of teeth and a brain in my head and 2 feet so I can put them in these amazing shoes given to us by Circles Boutique, one of our sponsors.
Woo! Thank you, Danelle.
Oh no, we're going off.
Oh God. We don't need those notes anyway.
We don't need them.
Yeah, what were we doing?
We're living on the edge.
There you go.
I'd have to say that I'm thankful for my health as well, and if I can be completely honest with it.
Please do.
One of my worst fears is getting into some kind of horrible accident and becoming a quadriplegic or like losing all my limbs, because I'm like ridiculously neurotic. Indeed. And it would just be like me and my brain, and I'm pretty sure that my heart would just like explode like mid sponge bath or something.
This is many people's fear.
I feel better now, thank you.
Yeah. This is common.
Load off my back.
So it sounds like you've had, your life is full of uncomfortable moments like that, very. And I bet those uncomfortable moments have taught you a lot about who you are and who you want to be. I know I never have uncomfortable moments, ever.
Clearly.
No, never. But if I were, they would definitely be around Carrie Rosso. I know, unbelievable. But what she has taught me is that the uncomfortable moments really help you grow. And she always says, leap and the net will appear. So I'm wondering, Peyton, is there anybody in your life that's been a teacher and given you some good advice on how to deal with life and things?
Well, I've definitely learned to see the humor in everything, because otherwise what's the point? You're just uncomfortable all the time. I'd have to say one of my favorite pieces of advice that I've ever gotten came from my grandmother, Jean Valentine, also known as Jean the Love Machine.
Bow, bow.
Among members of our family. She told me once that if you marry a man who hates to dance, you'll be sitting on the couch for the rest of your life.
Isn't that the truth?
Isn't that the truth?
That's right. Marry a man who likes to dance. I agree.
Absolutely. Learning from that also, like, I've like, luckily I've grown up in a family that's like very open about feelings and stuff. So, you know, I'd come home from school and I'd be like, Mom, I'd be like in the 7th or 8th grade, and I'd be like, Mom, like, the boy that I like is like dating this other girl, or I IM'd him 4 times and he hasn't messaged me back.
What a jerk.
I know! I totally wrote about it in my diary. It's somewhere. I'm gonna excavate it sometime. But I think that just being able to be open with my family, and especially like my mother, and coming home and talking to her about like boy problems or whatever. Even like when I was young, like she told me things like, you know, you need to look out for like certain red flags, or I'd be like, oh, I don't understand why he doesn't IM me back, and she'd be like, he doesn't like you. And you need to hear that sometimes. You know, I'm honestly, and it's good, I need the honest truth. I think everybody does. And I've learned that you need to find somebody who you don't want to like fix all your problems. You don't want somebody who you're like constantly seeking their validation. You just want somebody who thinks you're great and thinks you're fantastic and who you think the same of them. And it's that easy.
It is. It is. Well, Peyton, I would IM you back, and I think you're fantastic. And I can see that everybody in this room thinks that you're fantastic also.
Oh, my ego.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Indeed, indeed. That video that we just saw of all of your fantasticness was taped, over a year ago?
Over a year ago.
Yeah. So tell us what's changed over the last year and how you've grown.
Well, I've gotten a few haircuts since then.
Thank God.
If you can't tell. Well, 1 year ago, I had just entered my freshman year. That was actually filmed in October also, so literally like 1 year. I was entering my freshman year into the University of Illinois as a student of art and design. And no matter like how hard I tried, like I joined a sorority, like I even went to Joe's a couple times. Don't do that.
Haven't we all? Haven't we all?
You know, like I put myself out there and I tried to make a lot of friends, but like no matter what I did, I just felt like I didn't really fit in, like it didn't click, like I couldn't find my niche. And so instead of, like obviously, like I was kind of lacking in interesting, exciting, vibrant social life, I would stay in on the weekends with a drink in one hand and my sketchbook in the other, and I would draw and I would journal. And I had a lot of time to myself, and I spent a lot of time with my family, which is one perk of going to school in your hometown of Champaign-Urbana. You know, like I learned a lot about myself, and I am thankful for spending that 1 year here, but my mom was really sick, and the sicker that she got, the more depressed and the more unhappy that I became at school. And this journaling sort of became like this crutch that I had. No, not really a crutch, it was more of like a survival kit, really. If I had a bad day, I'd come home and I'd write about it. You know, I'd just get real angsty. And I think that really helped me through a lot of what I'd been through. Like I've lost friendships, you know, like people, like crushes, like even after a while, like, you know, they don't go anywhere, and that still hurts. It still hurts, even if it's like silly and insignificant. And I lost my mother in April, and all through all of that, all through all of this loss and all of this sadness, I just journaled. It was the one thing I had. And throughout this experience, I realized that I need to, like, you are all that you have. And not even in like a self-deprecating, I'm so sad, I'm gonna just be sad all the time because nobody like likes me or whatever sort of way. Like, I mean it in a, you are all that you have, so trust yourself and listen to yourself and pay attention to what you pay attention to and the people that you surround yourself with and the thoughts that you have. Because that's all you have, truly. And you need to rely on that, and you need to turn your focus inward and really listen to yourself.
That's right. She agrees. Who else agrees?
Now, 1 year later, after becoming a student at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, this is my first time coming back since the 6 weeks ago that I started school in Chicago, and I've learned who my real friends are. You come back, and the people that really want to see you, that's beautiful. And the family members that you come back to are so excited to see you. That's also beautiful. And I'm realizing what I like and what I want and what I don't want. And I'm really starting to like the person that I'm becoming, and I can't ask for anything else.
I'm so glad that you came back to share your wisdom and spirit with us, Peyton. For such a young age, you seem wiser than all of us in the room combined. So thank you for being here.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Peyton Stewart, everyone.